my first thought when I knew he wanted to speak to me was really a wonderment. Like, why is the president of the NCAA calling me? What's going on? Did we do something wrong, etc. When he told me I won the award, I was very, very surprised and very touched. As a former women's basketball coach, Pat Summitt meant so much to me in my career, and so many of my colleagues who coached during that time. So, you know, it's just such an honor for me, and an honor for MIT to be able to say that we are the second recipient of this award for someone who meant so much to collegiate athletics. I always admired her from afar. You know, I'd see her team play on television. I'd say, well, I want my team to play that hard. I'd go to coaching clinics and I'd see her speak, and I'd try to incorporate some of the concepts she taught her team into my team. And I think that what happens is that, you know, you're just in such awe of her as a coach that it's shocking to me, her sad demise. And I think where the meaningfulness comes in is because of all she meant to women's basketball. It's wonderful that the NCAA is recognizing her, and I really think that her legacy should continue to live on, and I'm hoping that through this award presented year after year after year, no one will lose the story of what she meant to women's athletics in particular, and certainly to women's basketball. I've been in college athletics a long time, from coaching through administration, so it's always fun to come to the convention and catch up with people from all over the country. You know, and also having worked in Colorado College and knowing more people in the West, and having coached and people who have transitioned into administration. So I always enjoy coming to the NCAA convention, and it's just great that there's so many people here and that I have a chance to catch up with, and it's very meaningful to have this award presented to me in front of so many people that I know. I also think it's very meaningful to have it presented to someone who works in Division III athletics. Oftentimes when you hear about sort of the latest news and the latest happenings with intercollegiate athletics, it's focused on Division I. And I think that for a lot of people, it's meaningful to have a Division III athletic administrator recognized with an award like this. So I think there's a meaningfulness for Division III as well. You know, the honorarium is $10,000, and the only stipulation is it goes to an organization that treats mental health, mental illness, neurobiological diseases, or Alzheimer's. Last year, Joan Cronin, who was the former athletic director at Tennessee, gave her $10,000 honorarium to the Alzheimer's Foundation. And I thought of doing that, since that's what led to Pat Summitt's demise. But I really wanted to give it to an organization that was more grassroots, and where a gift of $10,000 can make a difference immediately for the work they do. So I actually reached out to MIT Medical and said, can they recommend some organizations in the Boston area that do a really great job with mental health and mental illness? And they came back with the Bay Cove Human Services, and I'm very pleased that I can give it to this community-based organization, because I think the $10,000 honorarium will make an immediate impact on the work they do.
Julie's just amazing. We are just so grateful to have her. She's done so much for our program in the last 11 years that she's been at MIT, and we're just really proud of her, and she's well deserving of this award, certainly. But I mean, bringing our program to such heights in the last several years, I mean, we've been on average 10 conference championships, 90 All-Americans, the Learfield Cup. We've had four out of 5 years been in the top 10 of Division III schools, and then the President's Cup for the NUMAC conference. We've received that in the last 2 years. So we're just so proud of the accomplishments of all of our coaches. And if you ask Julie, you know, how did she achieve this? You know, she'll say it's all the people around her, it's the team, and it's her heart, it's her sense of teamwork and spirit. She's created such a culture of caring and respect, and that just permeates every aspect of her work at MIT. You know, one other thing, being athletic director, it's, you know, it is certainly about you know, the athletes, the student athletes. It's all about the student athletes. But it's so much bigger than that because she's part of our community and recreation and physical education and health and well-being. This all works into the total education at MIT and the holistic model that we value so much. And Julie is a true champion of that. And she's just a superstar. And we're just so grateful to have her. And we're just so happy that she received this recognition.